if you haven't read the title, we are going to Ceres. This is a new world, no challenges, no nothing. So you might be wondering why I went to Ceres and not the moon or the captured asteroid, completed the Earth missions. Well, I just wanted to check out the new... It's a dwarf planet, right? It's not a planet. Ceres is not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. And since I don't have DLC, I can't explore any of the other new planets and dwarf planets, but I can explore Ceres at least, so that's something. If you want my blueprints, as I said, I do not have DLC. Anyone can use them, so just tell me down in the comments below. I can definitely give you the link. I don't know why you'd ever want the link to my blueprints. They are pretty trashy. You would think the video froze there, but I took a break, I did something, so that's why. I messed with the landing legs, try to make it as compact as possible, because I do not have infinite build area, so I can't just take up as much space as I want, or use any of the 8 wide, 12 wide ion engines. I couldn't use any of those. But it would be cool. I don't really think I'd like to buy DLC since I'm gonna get KSP, Kerbal Space Program, pretty soon anyway. But till then, it's Spaceflight Simulator and another game, which I'll show next video. It's called Ellipse. It's like KSP but on mobile. I'll show you. Maybe you could check it out. It's pretty cool. But it also has DLC in it, so yeah. What do you expect from a free game? Here I made the transfer stage or circularization stage, or whatchamacallit. I don't know what you would call it. I decided to add 2 of these transfer stages the first time I built this rocket, so yeah, it didn't really end well. That's just subtle foreshadowing though. I then added another stage separator or decoupler, I don't know how it's said on NASA and these things. But I don't really care. I think both are correct. I added some things on the side. I don't know, you could call them side boosters or something, but they're not really that. They don't have a decoupler, so no, not really. I decided to put Valiant engines, but quickly changed my mind because I don't know. I was trying to be different, put Valiant engines like on a blueprint I saw, but I don't know. I decided not to because there wasn't enough for us to wait. Again, I could blueprint edit, but I was not really in the mood. And speaking of blueprint editing, I could actually show you how to do some blueprint editing on iOS and Android, so maybe stay on the lookout for that. So now I was just experimenting with random stuff, adding a ton of engines, a ton of power to these, which made them really loud. Extremely loud. I started staging, but decided there weren't enough stacked fuselages or fuel tanks or what. I don't know. I don't care. But this part is boring. You see, Kerbal Space Program automatically stages things, and so does Ellipse. Ellipse. That's a fun word. Yeah, remember when I said yeah, this thing didn't have enough power to get to orbit, so I had to change a lot of things here. And when I say a lot of things, I really mean it. Because there was no way this thing would actually work. I just talked over the launch, but it doesn't matter at all. As you can see, I actually managed to get pretty close. But then I realized the second stage didn't have enough power, so I had to revert again. Because I suck and can't make a proper rocket. So I had to redesign this completely. You can see what I did here. I connected those, but that was still not enough. So I landed on this. Now we're on the launch pad. Beautiful launch, if I say so myself. This was actually capable. This actually got really far. That's surprising. I didn't really expect that. I staged, continued, time warped to my apoapsis, and circularized. Now I zoom out to Ceres, and like more than a year passes until I get my transfer. So yeah, just imagine floating in space for a few years. That's terrifying. But it seems I'm dipping into the atmosphere now, so I had to look a bit more up. Well, there's no up in space, and this is also a 2D game, so I don't know how up would work. Or actually, up does exist, but there's not like you know when a cube has girth, or not girth, it was depth. Yeah, there's no depth. It's not that there's no up. There's up, but there's no z-axis. Like there's y and oh my god, I just went off on a tangent. We are in orbit of Ceres, and that stage ran out right when I got into orbit. So that was helpful. Thank you, stage. Now I'm landing. I saw Urvara crater. How do you pronounce that? Wait, let me check. Urvara crater pronunciation. How to pronounce crater? Nah, I'm trying to pronounce Urvara. How to pronounce Urvara? Okay, here we go. Wait, where's the... Urvara. Urvara, I think. Well, how do these have negative ratings? What the anyway, we are slowly descending to the surface. This actually doesn't have as much gravity as I thought it would. Actually, I switched to the stage I separated in orbit. It's a nice little trick, so you can time warp more without actually time warping more. I forgot to actually send out my landing sticks or pogos. They're not pogo sticks. Why did I call them pogo sticks? I was canceling out my side velocity now. Just waiting to drift down on the surface. This took a century in real time. This took more than a century. This took an eon to get down to the surface. And when I finally did, I bumped off the surface. So I was trying to cancel out my side velocity because it was a bit high. And then tipped over. Then I just tried to edit my thing. I sped up this footage a ton. I don't know, for me it looks like it's stuttering. I don't know why, but finally I got the landed achievement or notification. I don't know. Pop-up notification. Message. Achievement? Did I say achievement? I don't know, I just repeat words randomly. Now I'm gonna speed this thing up again since I just got into orbit. It's not that big a deal, really. It's just orbit, and especially with this. Oh, anyway, got a transfer window. Back to Earth. Home. This took a lot of delta V. This took an insane amount of delta V. It takes a lot of delta V to get to Ceres. It's way further than Mars. But, you can time warp at 3,000 meters or 3 kilometers. Or for you Americans, 3,000 meters is like, wait, it's like, I don't know, couple miles, 1,000 miles, 1,000 something miles. Wait, let me actually search this up. 1,609 miles. Wow. Stellar. Amazing. I had a direct crash course with Earth since I didn't really feel like getting into orbit. And I failed miserably once I got into orbit. Oh, that's foreshadowing. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. I love foreshadowing. So I actually tried to... I don't know. I think I tried to make my... or actually, I tried to slow down here. And only then did I try to... You'll actually see in the footage, since you have eyes. And you're not blind, and I don't have to commentate on that. I do, but whatever. So I wanted to get in the atmosphere, but realized, oh, I have an encounter with the moon. And so I have to go through the moon. But then I realized I'm heading directly there. There's no reason to go to the moon. So then I tried to slow down. Look at my fuel. Watch my fuel. It died. I didn't even get an encounter with the moon. So I just reverted 30 seconds and just tried to slow down as much as I could. And this is real time. This is real time. It's still real time, by the way. And parachute deployed. Fully deployed now. And I splashed down somewhere in the Pacific, I think. That's what it looks like. It looks like the Pacific. So, awesome. That's awesome. Completed liftoff, 10 kilometers. Space, low Earth orbit. Ceres landing. Perfect. Beautiful. And land 1,000 kilometers downrange. That's beautiful. 5,457 degrees Celsius. That's hot. But yeah, that was kind of it. As you can see, I have no achievements. I didn't go to the moon or something, or the captured asteroid. If you want more videos, like and subscribe!